2030, kailangang mapigilan ang patuloy na pagtaas ng temperatura sa mundo. Kung hindi ito magagawa, hindi na natin mapipigilan ang irreversible effects ng climate change.
The government makes all these promises about, them being a climate leader and that they're trying to take action on the climate crisis. Well, the science is really clear on that. If you were a leader on the climate crisis, you would not be investing in any new fossil fuel infrastructure. And yet, what did this government do last week? It announced new plans for oil and gas licenses in the North Sea that will be running for decades. It's complete insanity.
In California's San Joaquin Valley, these are days of hard choices for farmers.
We had to cut out actually a couple of crops, and we've had to cut back on our melon program. This, I think, is the worst year we've ever had.
He's right. Water officials believe the past 3 years could end up as the driest in California's history.
News on climate change tonight and alarming new images of Lake Mead, the water level plunging so low. You can see in the pictures here, the original intake valve has been exposed for the first time. A new lower valve pressed into operation. Pictures from 2000 and 2021 show just how badly the lake is shrinking as the
Global climate change has already had observable on the environment. Glaciers have shrunk, ice on rivers and lakes is breaking up earlier, plants and animal ranges have shifted and trees are flowering sooner. Effects that scientists had predicted in the past would result from global climate change are now occurring. First is the loss of sea ice. Second is the accelerated sea level rise and longer, more intense heatwave, and etc.
Global climate is projected to continue to change over this century and beyond. The magnitude of climate change beyond the next few decades depends primarily on the number of heat-trapping gases emitted globally and how sensitive the Earth's climate is to those emissions. And because human-induced warming is superimposed on a naturally varying climate, the temperature rise has not been and will not be uniform or smooth across the country or over time.
Global sea level has risen by about 8 inches. Since reliable record keeping began in 1880, it is projected to rise 1 to 8 feet by 2100s. This is the result of added water from melting land ice and the expansion of sea waters as it warms. The next several decades, storm surge high tides could combine the sea level rise and land subsidence to further increasing flooding in many regions.
How can we tackle this problem? Mitigation is about finding ways to reduce greenhouse gas emissions. For example, we could burn less fossil fuel by making our homes not as warm inside in winter. We can also change the way that we do things to reduce our need for fossil fuels. We could use solar or wind power to generate electricity.
It is our duty as inhabitants of this earth to prevent the effects of climate change from becoming irreversible. We can go on and talk about how we should be changing the system, but in the end, change starts with something small. It starts with you. It starts with us. Simply changing aspects of our lifestyle could have a significant effect on the outcome. Right now, more than ever, we need to live wisely because there is no planet B. There is only one Earth.